Hey, what's going on, guys? I just want to talk about control token, and this is kind of why I think this is the best tokenomics ever made. And I've explained this before, but I'm going to do it with a little bit of a graph to kind of help people understand it a little bit. First off, one of the things that makes this potentially a great opportunity is that it's the cheapest time to buy. Pre-sale will be launching at whatever the value you put in. You put in $1,000, then at launch, your bag value is going to show at 1,000. And if there's a sell fee of 20%, so if you try to sell, you'd be selling down to 800. So that's actually going to preserve the floor value of the project and mean that the only way to go from there is going to be up. I don't think any other pre-sale has preserved the floor in that way, and that's the entire point of a pre-sale. Pre-sales have been abused to take advantage of people, and I'm sure you guys have experienced that. So I wouldn't do a pre-sale unless we had a way to actually ensure the value and that's what should be the floor value, the cheapest price to actually get in. That's why people want to do pre-sales. If there's a big dump at launch, that completely defeats the purpose. So first of all, Safemoon set the stage for tokenomics, for reflections. It had the 5% reflections that was being given out to everybody. EverGrow did 8%, and Control Token is doing 13 to 18%. With every $1 million in volume for Safemoon, $50,000 worth of Safemoon reflections was being given back to the holders. With EverGrow, with every $1 million in volume, $80,000 worth of stablecoin was being given back to all the holders. And with every $1 million worth of Control Token, it'll be $130,000 to $180,000 worth of appreciating stablecoin that'll be given back to the holders. Safemoon was reflections, so you'd get the same token back, and as the value went down, those reflections weren't as valuable. EverGrow gave back stablecoin, so the value was preserved, which was awesome. And Control Token is going to be a utility delayed appreciating stablecoin, so there's going to be utility that causes the value to constantly rise with the stablecoin. So not only is it preserved, but it can only go up. Really awesome to get rewarded in that. Safemoon went to every single holder. Technically, there were some wallets that were excluded from reflections, but every holder of the token was getting the Safemoon tokens. EverGrow, the rewards went to every single holder. Once again, there might have been some wallets that were excluded, but every holder was getting those stablecoin rewards. And with Control Token, the rewards will not be going to every holder. It'll only be going to the stakers. And so that greatly increases the amount of rewards. So if you're sharing $100,000 with 10 people and they all have an equal amount, then they're all going to get 10 grand. But if 8 of the people just don't stake and only 2 people are staking, now the 2 people are splitting that because they have an equal amount, they're going to get 50 grand each. So everybody who doesn't stake, every dead wallet, they forfeit all the rewards they get to the stakers, which is awesome. It's a really amazing way to reward the people that are helping keep the project alive instead of punishing them. Rewards with Safemoon were immediate. They were given out as soon as the threshold was hit. Those Safemoon reflections were dished out, right? With EverGrow, it was the same way. Rewards built up and then they were distributed. With Control, they're not given out immediately. And that is a super important part of the equation to keeping long-term growth of the project alive. Safemoon, like I said, was not a stablecoin, and EverGrow and Control are stablecoins, but EverGrow was BUSD and Control Token is going to be XUSD, which is an appreciating stablecoin, so the value just keeps going up. Are the rewards delayed to incentivize the volume and growth of the project? With Safemoon, no, they were given out immediately. And with EverGrow, no, they were given out immediately. Everybody got the rewards. Control Token, yes, they are delayed to incentivize volume and growth of the project. Giving out rewards immediately, it makes whale dominance stronger because with Safemoon, the rewards, the reflections, the whales were getting the most of that anyways. And whales are the number one problem of what stops a project from growing. As soon as the whales take profit and they destroy the charts, the incentive's gone, the momentum's gone, and the hype is gone. So what reflections did was it made whales even stronger. Now with EverGrow, they were getting rewards, but they would have had to buy the token with their rewards to actually maintain their dominance. So it was actually converting it to a stablecoin was a pretty good deal because in order for them to increase their dominance, they'd have to literally do it by buying more tokens in the charts instead of just getting the token, right? It also provides, if you give out your rewards immediately, like Safemoon and EverGrow did, it provides nothing to look forward to in the future, which means that after the whales take their profits and the chart goes down, and after the volume goes down a lot, there's no value in the future to actually look forward to, and everybody is hoping for utilities or something to produce an outside profit to cause the price to go on another run to incentivize the volume to increase those rewards. And we actually saw that with both Safemoon and EverGrow, they both decreased the tax to try to incentivize volume. And that might be a good approach, but for me personally, I think a high tax is good because what we're doing is we're taking in all the buys and all the sells, right? We're taking in a percentage of value that would naturally go into the liquidity pool, but we're giving it out to the people who keep the project alive. If you're holding, if you're staking, we're shifting value from the liquidity pool into your hands as a staker. And we're doing it into the future in a greater and greater sense that incentivizes the growth of the project. It incentivizes more volume because you want to get those rewards. And the more people try to get those rewards, the more volume that happens, the more that feeds those rewards. And so the rewards can feed the volume and the volume feeds the rewards. Can be something that fuels each other to make them even stronger. Even if you're giving the whale stablecoin, they got their rewards, they sell, they take their profits. They have no reason to stay if the volume goes down or if the price goes down. But even if a sell-off happens, by taking that stablecoin and delaying it into the future in a greater and greater sense, we create real value that people are seeking. The people aren't seeking ideas or promises. People are seeking value. And so just by taking the value that they're seeking in the liquidity pool and giving it out in the future to the stakers, we're taking from the people who destroy the project usually, which is the sellers and especially the early buyers, and then we're giving to the people who keep it alive. Whoever has the most tokens staked is going to be rewarded the most. But even in a project like this, even if you're a small holder staking, you're going to be rewarded way more than you would have been with either Safemoon or EverGrow because we're only doing it to the stakers. And that increases it, and because we have a greater tax going towards it. So the point of a high tax is to counter the whale dominance of the liquidity pool, which causes projects to fail. As soon as whales sell and they're incentivized to sell and they're rewarded for selling, they're rewarded for putting the biggest red candle on the chart, you win the game of the liquidity pool. But we're changing the game by shifting that value, shifting those rewards, those appreciating delayed utility stablecoin rewards into the future in a bigger and bigger sense, leading up into a big event called the control event. Doing so, we are preserving the life of the project. That's why you can understand that this tax is not really a tax. It's just shifting value. And if you were to say what it was, it's everybody paying to keep the project alive. As long as everybody pays that, that goes to the people that keep the project alive. It incentivizes growth. It rewards those who keep a project alive. And if you hold in SafeMoon or if you hold in EverGrow down and you didn't sell, you just missed your chance to sell and you wish you would have sold. But if you had held in control, literally 13% of all buys and 18% of all sells value would have gone to you, and you'd still have the ability to sell your bag. And I personally think that a structure like this is more likely to grow rather than to fail. I think it incentivizes long-term volume and long-term growth. This is just one tiny part of Control Token. There's a lot of other massive things that go to it. But let me know what you guys think down below, and I'll respond to everybody